When Donald Trump installed Kevin McCarthy as Republican House Leader a few years ago, it was specifically because McCarthy was incompetent for the job. Trump knew that McCarthy would be in over his head from day one, and that McCarthy would therefore have to remain loyal to Trump all the way until the end. After all, it's not as if McCarthy has the smarts to be able to break from Trump and then figure out how to navigate himself to solid ground. For that reason, even with Kevin McCarthy now having narrowly failed upward to Speaker of the House, he still doesn't have any idea what to do, beyond remaining a cheerleader for Donald Trump. To that end, McCarthy and his Republican House have been holding one idiotic hearing after another this year, trying to make the case that social media is rigged against Trump, and that Joe Biden's son is some international criminal mastermind. Polls show that a large majority of Americans consider these hearings to be a stupid waste of time. It's a bad look that'll hurt the Republicans' chances of keeping the House in 2024. But it's what Trump wants, so it's what McCarthy is giving him. That's about to become an even bigger problem, with Donald Trump's indictment and arrest in New York City set to take place within a few days. This kind of bad publicity is the very last thing the Republican Party needs right now, and if they had any sense they'd cut bait and try to move on from him before he can drag down their prospects any further. But again, McCarthy is not someone with any sense. McCarthy tweeted this today: "Here we go again, an outrageous abuse of power by a radical DA who lets violent criminals walk as he pursues political vengeance against President Trump. I'm directing relevant committees to immediately investigate if federal funds are being used to subvert our democracy by interfering in elections with politically motivated prosecutions." Okay, fine, so be it. Hold your hearings, Kevin. The majority of Americans already think House Republicans' current pro-Trump themed hearings are wrong-headed. If McCarthy and the Republicans now want to hold public hearings claiming that a clearly guilty Donald Trump is somehow a victim in all this, it'll just further deplete House Republicans' prospects in 2024. The very last thing the Republican Party needs is to be tied to Donald Trump in the wake of his arrest. But Kevin McCarthy just doesn't know any different way of doing things. Bring it on.